Number 1. How Americans and Brits handle awkward silence. Totally different.
Have you ever realized how uncomfortably silence is dealt with depending upon where you are? In the States, silence while conversing is like a ticking time bomb. Americans will do just about anything to break it. Ask about your dog, your grandma, your favorite cereal, literally anything to avoid the void. Small talk? It's basically a national sport. You can be standing at the elevator and then bam, someone goes, "So, wacky weather, isn't it?" And next thing you know, you're in a full-blown conversation about humidity and seasonal allergies. Now let's cross the pond to the United Kingdom. Silence? It's not just golden, it's sacred. Brits don't suffer through uncomfortable silence like Americans do. They revel in it, like a soft couch after a long day. In a group setting, silence doesn't mean someone's supposed to speak. It just means nothing. It's fine. Don't panic. And if someone does break the silence, chances are it's with something sarcastic and bone dry like, "Well, how lovely. This is just peachy." To an American, that silence feels like social quicksand. To a Brit, it's just Tuesday. One isn't better than the other, it's just culture. One fills silence with conversation. The other finds peace in the pause. So next time you catch yourself in an awkward silence, maybe don't rush to fill it. Or maybe do, just depends on where you're from.
Number 2. Polite or passive-aggressive. Decoding the British no.
Ever asked a Brit if they'd like to come to your party and they say, "I'll think about it"? Spoiler alert, they already did. And the answer is no. British politeness is practically its own secret language. It's not about what they say, it's about what they actually mean. Not bad might mean pretty great. And "I'm not sure we should do that" probably means "that's the dumbest idea I've heard all year." Now compare that to Americans. We're blunt, in a friendly way. If we're not coming, we'll say, "Sorry, can't make it," or just flat out, "Nah, I'm good." There's no mystery, no decoding, no verbal origami. But in the UK, saying no directly can feel aggressive. So instead, Brits use softeners like, "I'll let you know," which means, "I won't." That's interesting. Which usually means, "That's insane. Maybe later." AKA, never in this lifetime. To Americans, this feels confusing. We hear hope. We think we still have a shot. But seasoned Brits, they know. The vaguer the answer, the firmer the no. It's not rude. It's actually considerate. In a very British way. So next time a British friend says, "We should grab a pint sometime," just remember, unless they give you a day, a time, and a location, you're not getting that pint. Polite? Yes. Passive-aggressive? Maybe. But oh so British.
Number 3. Overly friendly or just polite. Why Americans talk to strangers and Brits avoid eye contact.
Ever been in an elevator with an American? You might hear, "How's your day going?" or "Nice shoes," before you even reach the second floor. Talking to strangers is just part of the vibe. It's friendly, open, and honestly, a little bit random. Like everyone's secretly auditioning for nicest human alive. Now, take that same ride in the UK? Silence. Deafening, sacred silence. Eye contact? Not a chance. British people in elevators are Olympic-level professionals at avoiding human interaction. They'll stare at the floor, the ceiling, the elevator buttons, even their own shoes like they just discovered them for the first time. But here's the thing. It's not rudeness. It's culture. In America, small talk is polite. It's about being warm, open, even making someone's day. In the UK, that same energy can feel like you've just kicked down a door and announced your social security number. Americans are questioners. Brits are masters of the nod. One might say, "Lovely weather today?" The other smiles politely. A smile that means, please don't talk to me again. So, which is better? Neither, really. It just depends on your personal space bubble. Some folks love a little elevator banter. Others would rather stare at their reflection for 15 floors than say a single word. So next time you're in a lift, if someone talks, you're probably in the US. If it's quiet and painfully awkward, welcome to Britain.
Number 4. Apology wars. Who says sorry more, Americans or Brits?
Americans or Brits? Who says sorry more? Well, that depends on what kind of sorry we're talking about. In the US, sorry usually means you did something wrong. You bumped into someone, you're 5 minutes late, you forgot to text back, and now you're owning up to it. It's tied to guilt, to accountability. It's basically, yep, my bad. But take that same word across the Atlantic, sorry becomes something very different. In Britain, sorry isn't just for guilt, it's for everything. Someone bumps into a Brit, the Brit says sorry. Someone cuts in front of them in line, they whisper, oh, sorry. Trip over a chair? Apologize to the furniture. It's not always about being wrong. It's a reflex, a verbal cushion, like emotional bubble wrap. For Brits, sorry smooths over discomfort. It makes everyday life feel less confrontational. For Americans, it's more of an admission. You use it when you feel responsible, or your lawyer tells you to. That's why you'll hear a Brit say sorry 5 times in one conversation and not actually mean it once. Meanwhile, an American might pause before saying it at all, because it feels heavier, more personal. So who says it more? Statistically, the Brits win, but who really means it? Well, that's a whole different war. Next time someone says sorry, pay attention. It might mean, I messed up. Or it might just mean, let's not make this awkward, okay?
Number 5. Sarcasm versus sincerity. Why Americans confuse British humor.
Ever heard a British person say, oh, brilliant, right after their car breaks down? Or that's just perfect as they spill coffee down their shirt? Yeah, they're not actually thrilled. That's sarcasm. British style, dry, deadpan. And if you didn't catch it, well, that's the whole point. British humor is subtle, understated, ironic. The flatter the delivery, the sharper the punch. A true Brit can insult you with a smile, wrap it in politeness, and you'll thank them for it. And if you miss the joke, even better. Now, Americans, we play a different game. When we say, that's awesome, we mean it. Our compliments are real. Excitement is loud. Sarcasm exists, sure, but it usually comes with a tone shift, a smirk, or at least a wink-wink. So when a Brit says, well, that went well, after something goes horribly wrong, an American might think, oh, I guess it wasn't that bad? Cue the awkward silence. The truth? British sarcasm is so dry, it needs a warning label. It's like talking in reverse, and no one's going to help you figure it out. And the best part? Brits never explain the joke. If you don't get it, that's your problem. So next time your British friend says, oh sure, I love being stuck in traffic, just know they're not being serious. At all. They're probably enjoying your confusion just a little too much. Because in the UK, sarcasm isn't just humor. It's a national sport.